Get ready for a week of ScrawlrBox because Thursday is going to be a ScrawlrBox related video as well. Hello and welcome back to Jenna Gets Creative. My June 2020 ScrawlrBox finally made it here, and that means it's time to do the challenge again and compare my thoughts with the NoBox ArtBox replicated version I did a couple weeks ago while I was still waiting for it. Link to that video in the iCard and down below if you're interested. By the way, from now on I'll be including Amazon affiliate links for all the products I use in my videos, including on the box content write-ups I do for these subscription box videos. They are affiliate links, which means if you make a purchase, I do earn a small percentage. If you're going to be shopping on Amazon anyway, it's a great way to support me without spending anything extra. The links I've included in the description are from the .com listings, and I do have the one link feature turned on for Canadian and UK shoppers, but if it doesn't redirect you, I've also got a separate Canadian and UK affiliate link for every art supply I've ever listed on a special page on my website. That'll be linked in the description box as well. Let me know if you're watching from a different Amazon market and think I should also start grabbing links for your Amazon site. How many Australians do I have watching besides my Art Addict Science friends? Italy? Germany? Mexico? I don't want to open accounts for markets that aren't going to click my links, so I haven't gone crazy with it, but I will absolutely add your market if you think you would use my links. Also, heads up, I did move all my art and bookish stuff off the domain I was sharing with my husband and his woodworking site. Just didn't make sense anymore now that I blog frequently. The new domain is westphalepublishing.com. Alright, onto the box. I'm going to read through the menu card and talk about each item, tell you what the card says, etc. And I'll put a clip from the unboxing back up in the corner so you know exactly which item I'm talking about. The featured artist is another fairly well-known YouTube artist. Hello, Alice. And I have been watching her for years. I didn't realize when I did the NoBox ArtBox version that she was the featured artist. Absolutely check her out if you haven't come across her channel before. She primarily works with watercolors in all its various forms, and I've learned a few technical tips and tricks from watching her videos over the years. The theme is spirit animal, and as I mentioned in my NoBox ArtBox version, I do have a huge problem with that. I get that Alice meant for us to draw the animal we feel most connected with on a spiritual level, the animal we feel we would be if we weren't human. Potterheads often call this their Patronus, though of course that's fallen out of favor in recent months, rolling controversies and all. The problem with spirit animal is spirit animal or spirit guide is a specific cultural term used by native North American cultures, and the white privileged world has appropriated it without appreciation for what it is. You cannot possibly know what your spirit guide animal is without taking part in certain native North American spiritual practices. If that's not your culture, then you would need to be invited and guided by an elder of those cultures. I do happen to know what mine is, courtesy of friends in the Stolo Nation, but I did not draw that last time, and I will not draw that this time. I'm keeping that private. Last time, I chose to draw a domestic short-hair cat because everyone who's ever met me in person agrees I'm quite cat-like and would be very happy living a cat's life. This round, we're going wild. I'm actually recording the voiceover after the unboxing and swatching, but before I've completed the piece, so I don't know which wild cat I've gone for. I'm guessing I've either picked a tiger or a cheetah, but I could be wrong. The first item on the card this month is the 6-pack of Derwent Inktense Blocks. Derwent Inktense Blocks are highly versatile, water-soluble pigments which create a vivid ink-like medium when combined with a little water. Once dried after application, Inktense becomes permanent, which enables you to work over the dry areas without affecting the original layers of color. These satisfyingly clunky blocks produce vibrant and saturated colors that are extremely adaptable and can be used for a wide range of creative effects. You can use them like pans of paint with a wet brush to gather pigment, or dip the blocks directly in water to apply a saturated color to the paper. They can also be used dry or applied to wet washed paper for instantly vibrant and intense color. RRP is £13.50 for the 6-pack. As always, I'll have prices in USD and Canadian dollars as well, and just a heads up that my Amazon link will probably be to a 12-pack, as that's the usual starter pack size. If they do have a 6, it's probably not this color combination anyway. This set alone makes this box worth it to me, not only because the RRP is almost the entire price of the box, but also because I've been wanting to try the Inktense blocks for ages. I have the full set of Inktense pencils, and I have the first 12 set of Inktense pans. I hear there's a second pan set, but it hasn't made it to the North American market yet. I expected these to feel like Conte sticks, but they actually feel waxier, and they feel like they would be very easy to scrape with just your fingernails. Definitely softer than Conte. The colors we got are 0 to 10 cadmium, 0700 fuchsia, 0740 mauve, 0900 iris blue, 1400 apple green, and 1800 baked earth. The next item on the list is Caran Prismallow pencil. Prismallow pencils have become a staple for illustrators and artists alike. With their highly durable yet fine leads, delicate details can be achieved with precision and ease. Adding water to the pigment lead allows you to freely transform your work, using it as a watercolor pigment to create washes and mix colors. This watercolor pencil is ideal for exact details as well as hatching and watercolor techniques. The lead is surrounded by quality cedar wood, and the barrel is designed with a hexagonal shape to prevent rolling and slipping in your hand. RRP is £2.10. When I did the no-box Artbox version of the June box, I price matched to the Technalo pencils, not the Prismallow. Technalo is the water-soluble graphite sketching pencils. Prismallow seems to be an entirely different watercolor pencil line, neither simply tinted water-soluble graphite, but also not their Museum Aquarelle watercolor pencils. Not sure what to think of this, honestly. It looks and feels like a charcoal pencil that's been mixed and formulated to be consistent when diluted with water. Next up, we have a CWhite synthetic round brush. This sleek-looking synthetic paintbrush is ideal instrument for acrylics, watercolor, and ink medium supplies. It has soft and flexible bristles that are densely packed, making it ideal for holding water and dispersing pigment. It is a very resilient and adaptable brush that makes a perfect addition for any artist. RRP is £1.50. I see we've got more CWhite of Brighton products for the third month in a row. I'm wondering if ScrawlrBox is really getting that much of a good deal working with CWhite, or if the current world situation is forcing them to work more with UK-based companies, so they're going more to the same suppliers all the time. Maybe a bit of both. This is a pretty average synthetic round brush, and number 6 is a very standard size to use if you're doing a whole watercolor piece with just one brush. After doing the swatching portion, so far this brush doesn't shed and does indeed work as expected. It's already stained though. I really don't like white nylon bristles for that reason. The final mark making item we have is a Jelly Roll 08 white gel pen. The Sakura Jelly Roll pen is the world's best gel writer, thanks to ink with water-based pigment. It ensures smooth results without the need to apply pressure, and it will leave even, defined lines whenever you draw. This pen is chemical resistant, waterproof, bleed-free, and quick-drying, so there'll be no smears, feathers, or bleed-through on your creations. RRP is £2.05. I have lots of white gel pens, including a handful of jelly rolls in different sizes. The 10, which produces a 1mm line, I love Jelly Roll. In the 8, which produces a 0.8mm line, I find it's not as opaque as I want it to be, and it frequently lays down with a streak scraped out of the middle where the ball touched the paper and didn't disperse ink. I also find Jelly Roll white ink is more likely to pick up the colors underneath it compared to Uniball Signo and other hybrid white gel pens from Pilot and Pentel. Last but not least, the paper. We've been given a pack of pre-cut sheets of CWhite 350 GSM cold press watercolor paper. We have included 12 sheets of premium quality fine art paper this month, so a lot to work with. CWhite paper is a superb acid-free paper that is suitable for watercolor, printing, and all wet media. It is a heavyweight and textured paper that gives fantastic results without stretching and does not buckle when water is added to the surface. The estimated RRP for the 12 sheets is £2.99. It does seem to be great watercolor paper, and I'd be interested in buying more of this in the pre-cut sheets if the B paper company packs I buy on Amazon never come back in stock. So far, I've only been able to find listings for smaller sizes of this paper in pads and coil-bound books though. Who knows where to find these loose sheets in smaller sizes? I've linked the Amazon listing for the A3 sheets, but that's huge compared to what I normally work with. Based on the fact that this listing doesn't claim to be cotton, I'm going to assume that it isn't, and it's a wood pulp paper. That's perfectly fine. It's acid 3 and 350 GSM, which is quite thick and sturdy, but that does make this more of a student grade paper than a professional paper. Wow, that was a lot. Overall, this really was a great box. If you're one of the occasional ScrawlrBox customers who just shops the past boxes, and you like water-soluble mediums, or you've had your eye on Inktense blocks like I had, this one is absolutely worth it. I had a lot of fun both times around with this box, both using the real Inktense blocks this time and pretending with the Inktense pencils last time. Thursday will be the no box art box version of July's box, so while we wait for that to arrive, and then next week we're tackling the August Colors of the Month challenge and round 3 of the TSS Character Symbols tournament. If you're looking for more to watch, I've got some suggestions up on the left side of the screen now, or if you're interested in checking out my book channel, The Westvale Archives, go ahead and click on my face on the right. I upload art content here twice a week at minimum, every Tuesday and Thursday, and if you like living life creatively, whatever that means to you, I'd love to have you along for the ride. Bye guys!